Alright, g'day, hi and welcome. I know it's kind of dark down there. I'm going to talk about this pedal, okay, and this is, again, from a guy who this is probably the third pedal I've ever, double pedal I've ever played in my life. And the first one, I couldn't tell you what it was because that was back in the 90s. And the second one was, I don't know what it was, that was a couple of weeks ago, and it was nowhere near to the quality of this thing. It took a little bit to get it set it up, but I think I got everything where I want it. The beaters, when they take off, the trick, as a newer drummer, again, I've only been playing for about 7 months. The thing I noticed about this pedal is really comfortable. Comparing it to my older single pedal, which is also it's the Mapex 600 series. Some of the differences, like for example, the 600 series has the, I better not whack myself in the face with this, has the knurling there, which is kind of a love it hate it thing, but it's nice. The pedal board itself is roughly the same length. These are a tad bit longer, but same beaters, but the way the beater is, there's no weights in this beater, so that I went right ahead to the 20 gram weights, which gives you a lot more momentum, so you don't tire out when you, because if you get the thing that's going to be what I'm probably going to do is put like either a piece of grip tape or something, because it seems like the sweet spot for the pedal, like when you're just doing like stomping out beats, it's nice to have your toe right up to there. But I'm probably going to put a piece of tape right on the sweet spot of each pedal so that both feet jump to the sweet spot at the same time. Because I play heel down. Even if you were playing heel up, I would probably still do this. But it's like, that's kind of like the fulcrum point right where the pedals, you get it going the easiest. It's also where, you get the most, the most thunder out of it. My beaters, I got them set. This is my second setting on this pedal. Like I started out with like 45 degrees in the pedal. The beater was whacking me in the foot there. So I brought these. I wish these came back just a little bit further to about here, and then you're never really far up on the board. You'll always have control, and you're always on the sweet spot. And if you can get on, I think that's the trick to these pedals is to get the timing. To get the power, it doesn't matter where you are. To get the speed, you got to be on the sweet spot. And to get the precision, you got to be on the sweet spot. So the return on these pedals, especially with the heavier weights and the 20 gram weights in there, the momentum it carried. Basically I started out with the beaters full length, and then I dropped them one full beater length down, so they hit here instead of up here, and that seemed to compensate for the the kind of the best of where you can carry enough momentum. I might actually raise them up maybe about a 1/4 inch or so just to carry a little bit more momentum to keep, because the pedal does seem to want to take off on you, and once it takes off on you, it's like it's as long as you can keep your feet coordinated, it does the work. The pedal almost does the work for you, which is really, really cool. So yeah, I'm really, really impressed what this pedal can do. It is a top of the line pedal for Mapex. I don't know if it's the most, wow, that's loud there. I don't know if that's the most top of the line bass, double bass drum pedal out there. I won't claim anything silly like that because I don't know, nor do I think that's the case. But it is a great pedal feel wise. I can imagine the single pedal version of this is quite popular as well, because it's such a comfortable pedal. So the only thing I would like is just like a secondary anchoring point. It seems like if I crunch my toes up, I lose momentum and I go out of time. But if I keep my toes relaxed, it seems like the balls of my feet take over. So I really want a spot for the balls of my feet, whether I'm in shoes or bare feet or socks. I want a spot where the ball of my foot, my big toe, anchors, kind of like, okay, that's the reference point. And once I'm there, that's the sweet spot. That's where the pedal's going to take off on itself. So yeah, volume-wise, well, you can see the bass drum pretty much pounding off the ground. There's a lot, that extra weight a lot of power in this pedal. I'm still playing the stock skins and stuff like that. I do plan on trying other skins. I don't know how good my drums sound. I'll know when I watch the video. because I did use my drum dial to lower the tuning on my drums, except for the snare and the bass drum, which I might leave the bass drum for a little while, and until I get new skins for it. So, but right now this is the basics of the kit that I wanted. So from here everything's just a whenever. So skins are probably next, mics at some point, and I'd like to get some help on, okay, I understand buying the microphones, that's the easy part, but what do you hook it to? Do you just get yourself a mixer, or what do you hook it to? Is that you can hook all your mics to one thing and just put it either into a recordings console. Like, you don't want to have because I don't have a PA that will accommodate that, but that's another topic for another time anyway. But for the pedal, it's now about 3 or 4 days that I've had it. I've only been on it. I've only got maybe about a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes of practice time on this pedal. So I got a long way to go. But even at that, for a guy that's only been playing for 7 months, and that's what I can do with it. That's what a newbie can do with the pedal. So imagine somebody well seasoned, and give me about 6 months on this pedal. There, I'll be doing some pretty cool stuff. The pedal does go pretty fast. That's I don't know how many BPM I was hammering out there, but probably pretty fast. So obviously, this thing is a bit of a thunder machine. So I'm very impressed with it. The build quality is excellent. We'll see it. Well, like everything, at this point, everything's excellent. Maybe in 6 months, the thing's falling apart, can't get parts for it, blah blah blah. You know how it goes. But yeah, I think the trick to this pedal is just getting on. I guess probably the same with any double bass pedal. Again, a guy being new on it, I'm sure there's a lot of you guys would probably say, here's some tips for you. But yeah, getting onto the sweet spot for the fast stuff, to get the pedal going, and getting the pedal to get itself going, keeping the momentum up. Like I say, once the pedal, like the beaters, you play around with them. If you have them high, they'll full out. Once they take off, no problem. But the problem is you can't get them stopped in time for precise stuff, and it takes a lot of energy to get them going. So you try to find that sweet spot where the beaters will kind of carry themselves. And you can even feel it in the pedal where the beaters are kind of like taking over. The springs and the beaters are kind of taking over. It's a really cool feeling. It's kind of like it's like popping you off the pedal a bit, but you stay with the pedal. Yeah. So again, playing heel down, I see that as a big advantage for me, because I'm an older guy and stuff like that. I can't have my feet in the air heels in the air for long periods of time. If I lift up on them a little bit, no problem. But if I can get the speed going with my heels down, my legs relaxed, my foot's relaxed, my calves relaxed, the idea is to do the most amount of technique with the least amount of movement, right? So it's a weird thing. So it's something that's different from guitar to drums, is that less is more for sure. For both, but for the drums, like more is injuries. So like the more relaxed, the more the pedal can do the work, the more the sticks can do the work, etc., etc., the better it is for me, and probably anybody else learning. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that. So if you're thinking of buying the pedal and you're an experienced person, there's a lot of features that you'll like. You can go watch my long form on that. But if you're a newbie, again, this is probably an expensive pedal to buy for a newbie. But if you knew you were going to stick with the drums, I don't think you would. This pedal would probably do me for a lifetime. I'm not saying there's not better pedals out there, but as good as I can get, this pedal will keep up and exceed. So yeah, there we go. All right. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you that little feedback for now. So 3 days in, this is what I'm enjoying it. We'll just say that.